Good evening, chat. We've been working pretty extensively on this. This is an entire UI toolkit. Let me move my face out of the way. For GameMaker. With a knob. You get a knob that spins. We got this bad boy, this selector. And one of the hardest to implement things was definitely this text box. And it threw an error and crashed. Cool. I made a lot of changes last night. Inventory set visible. Oh. I know what did that. That's not a big deal. This actually isn't for my game. Well, it is for my game, but it's not. This is a whole toolkit that I'm building because my game needed an options menu. And there really isn't a toolkit in place to help you do that. And I was kind of inspired to like, this is a problem that I can fix, right? I've been working in UI design forever. I've been building websites since I've been probably 16 years old. So I'm like, I can do this. Like I can do UIs. But you can select text and then do things with that text, fill into other text box, do all kinds of neat things. But mostly just, the ability to have text. And by the way, when you click this and focus this control, if you are on something that isn't a computer, like a Steam Deck or Switch or something like that, it will open the virtual keyboard, which is a pretty, giant thing. I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to approach that, and it turned out to be very easy to do. It was literally like 2 lines of code. But yeah, because my game needed an options menu, I was like, well, I'm going to build an entire toolkit to make making menus easier for people, because the current way that you build GUIs is atrocious, honestly. It's full of a bunch of calls. Like, it's akin to, let me find some of the code. All of this stuff where you are setting colors, draw a rectangle, set another color, draw a line, draw another rectangle that's maybe filled in. Like the way you do this is really, really obscure. Or you're doing draw sprite if you have sprites that you're drawing instead. You have to set the alpha and color for every step of the way. It's like writing code for OpenGL, and that feels really bad. Like, GameMaker is a tool that's supposed to make this process easy, and for a lot of things, GameMaker does. Right? It handles a lot of the physics for you. It handles, as far as actually building a game world that is playable and enjoyable, it does that really, really well. When you have to add a GUI, it is nothing short of in your fucking way. So I wanted to fix that. So I have a UI that I am working on. This is actually almost done. I've got this. Tonight I want to finish making the last slider. I have this cool horizontal slider. I want to make a vertical variant of it as well. And then I want to do What, progress bars? Progress bars are a big deal. Progress bars are useful for a lot more than just. Yeah, I stream on Twitch, Keva. I'm primarily on Twitch, actually. Here, I can just give you the link to that. If you're on mobile, you might have problems with the links. You might have to copy paste that. But this progress bars are useful for more than just displaying progress. You can use progress bars as like a health bar indicator on structures in an RTS game, or health over a player's head in a game like well, I don't know, really any game where characters have to have health and you're killing them. Shooter games, things like that. You're fine, sweetie. That being said, I actually have advanced rescue quite a bit. Well, this is not a game. This is just a GUI system. That's all this is. But my game, Rescue, is a top-down arcade shooter, very similar to games like Jackal, or actually Jackal is the primary inspiration for the game, or like parts of Apocalypse for the PlayStation. I can show you, I think. Where's Discord? Oh, that's my studio, my new studio I just built. What is it? Game progress. There's the new title screen. I don't want to open the project because I have to close this one to do that. These graphics are actually out. I didn't like the direction this was going in, and it felt really bad. I'm a dumbass. I can just start the game. Like, I have it installed on Steam. I'm a dumbass. I forgot. I distribute the game over Steam. I can just play it. Let me plug my gamepad in here. Hold on. I don't. Yeah, it's. Oh, there we go. And this is all I've got at the moment. I need to dress up those bullets a little bit because they're really hard to see on this background. I had to rework large portions of the game, and I actually ended up rebuilding like most of the engine for the game. I redrew every sprite that I'm currently using, and I actually need to fix this jungle because this jungle looks fucking awful. But I got bridges in place now. That works, and they don't let you drive off of them anymore, which is awesome. That's a pretty big thing. The weapon systems are finally working like correctly. I had enemies in the game. I don't know what the hell happened to them. I think they're further up. He's shooting me from very far away. I've got to fix their activation distance. That's ridiculous. You should not be shooting at me from that range. That's very funny. I barely saw the bullets coming at me. Oh, 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 that guy. Fuck right off, dude. Oop, bullets. Got him. Right, that's all there is. That's all there is. It's just a test world for getting the mechanics of how things work, right? There is a demo for the game. It's on GX Games. There's a link to that on my Twitch. But what happened was I was setting up the options menu for the game. I reached a point where I wanted to set up controller customization for players. It's kind of an important thing. You should be able to remap the controls in game, you know, for whatever's comfortable for your playstyle. Whether you're playing on a keyboard or gamepad, doesn't matter. If you want the shoot button to be your right shoulder button, there's no reason I should stop you from doing that, right? So it got to a point I wanted to do that, and I was like, I need a way to do that. Like, GUIs are, I'm not going to sit here and draw and redraw GUIs and hack through this whole process when I could just build a toolkit that'll do it for me. So I'm building this toolkit, and when I'm done building the toolkit, I'm actually going to release it for free to the gamemaker community. I'm going to put it up on the asset store for nothing, and anybody that needs a GUI in their game can just use this toolkit and it will just work for them. It's fully themable. This is the theme file. You can change any of these values or write your own theme from scratch. Absolutely a thing you can do. There's a few rules about how that works, but you know, if you read through this theme file, you can pretty much figure out how the theming works. It's not all that difficult. It will be documented though. It's obviously not now. Documentation is always behind on every project ever, since like the dawn of technology. So, let's get into making cool shit. Not container. These are interactives. So we're going to go to here. We're going to create a new script, and we're going to create a UI vertical slider. You're not good with computers, it's a matter of practice, bud. That's all it is. It was a long time ago, but I wasn't very good with computers either. There was a time when the only thing I could do with a computer was check my email, and I could barely do that. Now I tell computers to check my email for me. I don't even have to worry about it. I could just click a thing and my email's checked. Done. Commonly referred to as Outlook Express. Alright, so slider's actually going to have all the same things that this slider has. So we're just going to do this exactly the same way. There's no reason to deviate. The only difference is directionality, right? So the render code will be a little bit different, and the handle input will take mouse Y instead of mouse X. But otherwise, it's going to be pretty much the same code. In fact, I probably could just copy-paste this whole friggin' thing. Let me do that, actually. It's not a terrible idea. Like, for the sake of deployment, that's probably a good idea. Just copy this, and we'll just paste it right in there. Okay. So now I've got two sliders that look identical, right? Let me go to the here. We're gonna Okay, first I need to create the factory method for creating the vertical slider. Here's the horizontal slider, so we'll say static create vertical slider equals function x, y, width, and height. Control equals new AUI for vertical slider, which takes a new AUI box object, x, y, width, and I'll add that to the control registry, and then we return the built control. Okay, golden. So now here I can say vSlider equals AUI create vertical slider. Now, where do I want to put this? I want to put it probably along the right side of the page. I have a little room over there. What are you trying to get a PhD in, man? All right, that works too. I'll be here when you get back. All right. Let's see. The X is going to be window get width minus 100. The Y position. 200 should be far enough down. All right, now the width of the control will be the height of this control. Oh. Let me... Actually, I put it at 0. 0. Okay, and then the width of this control is this is 400 by 40, so this will be 40 by 400. Okay. The slider container equals AUI create container. You have not really started yet. You mean watching the video or the PhD thing? Create container. This needs to be window dot or underscore get width minus 100, and then 200 down from the top. The width will also be 100, and the height will be 400. It'll barely hold the slider. Now I say vSlider set theme class vSlider. Let me add that to the theme now. And it's actually going to be all the same except for the name, which will be vSlider, and the sprite for the grip has to be different. Let's do that. Let's make this right. This is 8 by 32, so we'll do 32 by 8. Use sprite. So this is gonna be shit. This is not the one I want. This one. 32 by 8. So let's change this. 32 by 8. Apply. We're going to change the name to SPRV grip. Okay. And then we'll edit the image. And we're going to just fill this whole thing in gray. We'll take white, cancel. Hold shift. And we'll take right click between the shadow. That's not correct. Yes. Okay. Yep, they're the same. Okay. Good. Nice. All right. So I go back to the theme and set the grip. Okay. Now the track is a 9-sliced image, which works for both vertical and horizontal stuff. So that'll just work out of the box. It's fine. Back to code, back to vertical slider. Okay. Now all I really have to do is set the bounds for verticality. Which I don't really know how I want to get. Okay. Here. It's really not what I want. I want this, and I want this. It's because you're waiting for Borderlands to come out. Oh my god. That's not how you spell that. That's how you spell that. Okay. It should render now, but it's gonna look like shit. Yeah, 100% does. Neat. Actually, I'm gonna shift this a tiny bit. So we're gonna go here, here, and we're gonna pull it back 170 pixels. Yeah, there we go. Okay. No reason to apologize, man. Go get yourself some sleep. I stream every night. Almost. so the track bounds is actually RPOS center. It's going to be slightly off, but I can tweak it. That's the X position. And the Y position should just be RPOS Y. The width should be just RPOS width is fine. And then the height should be height. It didn't change much. Okay. Oh, because I don't actually want this. I want the width to be right. Not initializing for some reason. That's weird. Why is that acting strange? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I copy pasted all the code from the previous class. Probably because all of this render code is already. Okay. Oh, maybe that's not going to be an option. Fuck it. That's actually an okay function. That's an okay function. It's really just render and handle input that has to be rewritten. Which is fine. Oh, these are going to need to go to. Set theme class is fine. This is wrong, I think. Yeah, this is wrong. So this will have to be rewritten as well. Or not. Oh, we got ads in 60 seconds. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rewrite all of this too. Alright, so we'll just 6 that. No, it should still work, right? No? Where is it mad? There. Why is it mad there? Oh, something. It should be open. Oh, yep. Here we go. Cool. Now it doesn't render shit. Alright, let's move the container up to 170 as well. Actually, I have the debugger. That's fine. Okay. All right. So, hon, when Borderlands 4 comes out, I assume we're getting that. Well, I mean, we could play it together. Stream that shit. Bandit knife. I have ads right now for the next minute. All right, chat. I'm back, but I'm not. My dog is downstairs losing his collective mind because there's a storm coming. So I cannot have my dog in the studio while I'm doing this because, well, he's a very energetic pit bull and he will trash my everything. So I'm going to let him in the room and we'll be back tomorrow night to do this again. Good night.